This is my Jean-Claude Van Damme movies collection. Why am I wearing this shirt? Looks like for a little kid. If I stand up, it comes up to here. So I bought the shirt when I was about 12 years old. The only Van Damme shirt I have, double impact. I remember when I was 12, I saw it in the store, and you know, Van Damme was my favorite actor, not just action actor, but actor when I was a kid. And Dolph Lundgren was my second, and then Schwarzenegger and Stallone. But when I was around 12 years old or so, Van Damme was on top. So this would have been around 1992, 93, and I remember seeing this in the store. And I've never seen any other Van Damme shirts in stores back then. That's the only one I saw, so I had to have it. And you know, kind of outgrew it, but I didn't want to get rid of it because it's the only one I ever had. So I like it. You know. I just couldn't wear it outside, but I thought it'd be perfect to wear it for this video. I just wanted to talk about maybe top 5 Van Damme movies, and also the Van Damme movies. I don't have all his movies. I think I have most of them, and I have the best ones. I don't have them all, and just because I'm missing some that I'm missing, it's not because I don't like them. There is a few that I don't have that I do like. The Bouncer, for one, I'm missing. That's one of the better later ones. Also, Welcome to the Jungle, which is his first comedy, and it's a really funny movie. I'm missing that one too. I like to have both of those. Also, Jean-Claude Van Johnson is hilarious. I mean, that's a perfect mix. That's a great show. But that's on Amazon Prime. It's never been released on DVD, so I don't have that. And there's a couple other ones that I like that I'm missing, and then there's some that are kind of bad that I'm missing. So, like a lot of his newer ones, towards later career, all kind of ran together. So I did go back and watch. When I was a kid, it was I watched all his movies at the time, and then I kind of got out of action movies and watched other stuff. And about 15 years later, I came back again and tried to watch a lot of the ones that I missed. And but there were still some I didn't see. And then after I found Viking Samurai's channel, I got back into Van Damme again, and then I went back and watched everything that I missed, anything that I hadn't seen. So as of now, I've seen all Van Damme's movies, or I should say all his starring, all the movies that he stars in. There's a few that I haven't seen that is like, there's some on IMDb that are foreign title, maybe the French movies, and he's in it for a cameo. I haven't seen those ones. But every movie that he stars in, except Derailed. Derailed's the one that I couldn't find. So when I went back and was watching them all, I didn't buy them. I was watching them like on Tubi and Crackle and stuff, and Derailed I couldn't find. But all the other ones that I watched, the other thing is missing was early Black Eagle and No Treat No Surrender. I never saw those as a kid. And I just saw them recently, like last year, for the first time, and I don't have those either. So yeah, I've seen all his movies, but Derailed and some of the ones where he doesn't star in. And yeah, Viking Samurai, his channel got me back into Van Damme again, so I said I want to go back and watch all the ones, and even the bad ones, So and there's some bad ones later on, but so I have all his stuff, and I would say top 5. Most of them come from when I was like 12 to 15 or 16 or whatever, 90, late 80s, early 90s. I'd say 89 to or 88 to 94 or something. All my favorite ones come from that area. That's the golden era of Van Damme. But I would say top 5. Bloodsport. I didn't realize as a kid, Bloodsport was the first Van Damme movie I ever saw. My parents were actually watching it, and they don't watch movies like that. So that movie kind of transcended into, like they would watch some Schwarzenegger movies and stuff like that. But my dad and mom were watching it. They don't like, it's crazy to think about now, but my dad liked some action movies, and my mom didn't really watch stuff like that. But they would watch some Schwarzenegger movies like Kindergarten Cop and stuff like that. But they were watching Bloodsport, and it must have been '89 or when it came to home video, and that's the first time I saw it. And I was only like 10. I was what 10 years old or something. And I didn't get into Van immediately after seeing Bloodsport. Maybe 1 or 2 years later, and it was Double Impact, Lionheart, and a string of those ones that I really was into Van Damme, and I watched them. I never saw any of his in the theater, but I would get as soon as they would come on VHS. I'd go to Walmart or wherever and buy them, and I had these. I had them on VHS originally, some of his early ones, and I rebought them. But so, um, Bloodsport's number one. As a kid, my favorite was Universal Soldier, because Jean-Claude Van Damme was number one, Dolph Lundgren was number two of my favorites, at that time. And here they are at their peak, both of them at their peak in one movie together, Universal Soldier. And that's a great movie, and I still like that movie today. So Universal Soldier was my favorite movie as a kid, but now it would be Bloodsport, because Bloodsport's actually the best martial arts movie ever made. You realize that now. As a kid, I didn't see that. I didn't realize that. But so the Bloodsport, Universal Soldier, Double Impact, which is great even now still. Lionheart, that's four, and Hard Target and Nowhere to Run, really two of my top favorites as a kid. I really, really liked both of those movies. Hard Target and Nowhere to Run. They came out the same, I think back to back, or maybe the same year. I just remember them being close together. And then that's six. I'd have to say a top 10. It's too hard to do a top 5. There's too many. But all those are from his early years. Number 7 would be one that came from later, JCVD, which was 2008, and that is a great movie, one of his best movies. I still like his early stuff better, but that's one of his best. But I would say JCVD is his best performance of his career. So, although it's not necessarily one of my favorite, or it's not in top 5, but it is one of his best, but it's his best performance of his career, JCVD. And then number 8, I would say Expendables 2. And I would say that's probably his second best performance of his career, because Expendables 2 is not only is it the best Expendables movie out of the 3 that have been made so far. The first one was good, the second one was really good, and Van Damme is one of the main reasons that it's so good. And 3 wasn't as good, but Van Damme's character is like a a lot of actors play bad guys, but this was like a irredeemable bad guy. He didn't care about killing women and children, and he was a really, really bad guy, and he was really good in that. I mean, I think that's his second best performance, really. And then you got a Kickboxer, of course. I really like Welcome to the Jungle. I mean, that's his first comedy, and it's a really funny movie. Jean-Claude Van Johnson's one of the best things he's ever done. Also, that's a show, not a movie, but I mean, it's a perfect mix of spy, action, martial arts, comedy. He also, again, likes to play dual characters. He's done that many times. I don't remember now offhand how many times he's played dual character. Obviously, Double Impact was his first and the best time he played. I would say the best performance as a dual character was Double Impact. They also did in Replicant, he played dual characters. I think Untold Death, he plays the brother at the beginning. And Jean-Claude Van Johnson, where he plays Philip, he's like, that's hilarious in that one. There's 4 at least dual characters that he's played, maybe even more than that. But he likes to play dual characters. Jean-Claude Van Johnson is one of the best things he ever did. Just hilarious, and he's good at comedy. That's really, he's only done like I think 2 comedies, or a couple. But when he does, like Welcome to the Jungle and Jean-Claude Van Johnson, they work. They're hilarious. I'd like to see him in more comedy like that. Another one, Time Cop too. That's another one of the. Time Cop's a really good movie, and I didn't know this as a kid. I thought Universal Soldier was always his biggest, money-wise, like blockbuster. Which movie made the biggest? I didn't really follow. When I was a kid, I didn't really follow what movie. I didn't care what movie made the most money. I just cared which movie I liked. Which movie was the best, most action or the way it was. I didn't care what so I didn't pay attention. But I always thought he was Universal Soldier because you'd hear Universal Soldier talked about in the movies, like Kevin Costner's the Postman. They're like making fun of it. I remember these tough guys are there and they want to. Which movie do they want to watch, Universal Soldier or Bambi? And they're like booing Universal Soldier, and they want to watch Bambi or something like that. And I'm like, what? That's Universal Soldier, one of my favorite movies. Why are they talking about it? But Universal Soldier was a really big movie, and I thought that was his biggest. But Time Cop was actually, I think, as far as I know, Time Cop was his biggest. Made over $100 million. And I didn't know that as a kid, but Time Cop is a good movie. And I mean, he's got a lot of good movies, really. Another one I like, Universal Soldier Regeneration, which is the third one. I actually really like that one because it's really gritty. The first one's the best, but the third one is like really gritty. It's more like a lower budget type gritty. The first one's more studio type, but it's really gritty in that first scene where they kidnap that girl and this whole chase and this. I mean, it's crazy. And then they go into the, I think this like nuclear power plant where they take, hostages and he's got to go in. I mean, I don't know. I really like that one. I really like Universal Soldier Regeneration, especially since it followed the second one, Universal Soldier Return, which was horrible. So, and then the fourth one, Day of Reckoning, was pretty much horrible too. Scott Adkins had some badass scenes in it, but that movie was weird. Like they tried to make it like a horror movie and it didn't work. So besides the Scott Adkins awesome scenes, which Scott Adkins did have some badass scenes in that, but besides that, the movie just sucked. Also, Van Damme and Scott Adkins worked together, I think 4 times now. Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren 6 times now. And Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren are great together because Universal Soldier. And it took them years, it took, it was like 15 years before they worked together a second time. So they only had one movie together, Universal Soldier, and then finally they came back for Universal Soldier, the third one, and worked together. And then all the other movies they made together. So now they're up to six different times working together. So that's really cool. I always like when they're together. So this is my Jean-Claude Van Damme movies collection. Bloodsport. Universal Soldier. Universal Soldier, The Return. Universal Soldier, Regeneration. Universal Soldier, Day of Reckoning. Blackwater. Expendables 2. And these 5 movies, Universal Soldier 3 and 4, Blackwater, Expendables 2, are the 5 times Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren have worked together. They're going to be a 6th. They both did a voice in the Minions movie that isn't released yet. The new Minions movie, it's not released yet, but that'll be their 6th time working together, plus these 5. And Dolph Lundgren and Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren were my favorite as a kid. Dolph Lundgren was my second favorite after Van Damme. Kickboxer. Kickboxer Vengeance. Kickboxer Retaliation. Double Impact. Death Warrant. Four movie collection. Hard Target. Lionheart. Sudden Death. And The Quest. Nowhere to Run, Street Fighter, Time Cop, JCVD, Regeneration, Second in Command, The Order, In Hell, Wake of Death, double feature, Replicant, Alien Uprising, Pound of Flesh, Double Team, Knockoff, War Movie Collection, Assassination Games, Double Team, again, Maximum Risk, Until Death, an 8-movie action movie collection. Van Damme's only in one of these. The Hardcore, Sheldon Lettich movie. And Last Action Hero, Van Damme is only a cameo in this movie, a small part. And that is my Jean-Claude Van Damme movies collection.